Hi, my name is Roman. I'm an Amazon seller. We sell on Amazon for the last 7 years. And then in this video, I would like to discuss the reimbursements issue that we have on Amazon and reversal reimbursements in particular. So what is a reimbursement? Reimbursement is basically a payoff from Amazon to you for their fault, whether they lost the goods or damaged them or whatever. There are a bunch of reasons. You can Google that. However, when Amazon decided to so-called find the unit or decide to make an adjustments to the inventory that you have on Amazon, they can make a reversal reimbursement. And occasionally that thing happens to us. I would like to explain you the one issue in particular with our shipment. Again, right? Normal reimbursement procedure is alright. The Amazon damaged your goods, they bear the responsibility and they issue some money back, which is fine. Or maybe the customer made a return and didn't actually send the product back to your warehouse within like 45 days. So for that, Amazon issue reimbursement as well. However, in some cases, when Amazon find the unit in the facility that they somehow lost or forgot about, they issue a reversal reimbursement. There's a bunch of rules. How does it work? However, there is like a teeny tiny little loophole in their rules that Amazon occasionally use, and I spot them once in a while. All of the time I open the case and I'm trying to explain them the whole situation. However, I just give up. That's why I'm making this video explaining this situation right now. Again, so we ship. Here's our store on the right. There is our store, there's statistics and blah blah blah. So back in February we shipped 800 units to Amazon within this particular shipment. So when they came to Amazon, it was showing me that they received 850 units. I knew that it's incorrect amount because we specifically sent 800 units. You know, I pay the customs, I pay to the suppliers. I know how many units were shipped. And I have POD and BOL and all of that other acronyms that you don't care about. But anyway, so initially you see the 800 here, but it was 850. How do I know that? I'll show you later. So Amazon, when you click to the reason units have been received, so there is no discrepancy, as Amazon say. There is no discrepancy within the shipment. Let me actually find this. No, I cannot find the shipment here. So what I did, I downloaded all of the history on the left side, and just will represent everything that you see on the right side on the seller center, but more like in the table form, which is much more convenient. And here what's happened. We shipped 800 units. Let's make it bigger. We shipped 800 units to Amazon fulfillment center. And we know that it was 800 units. What happened after the Amazon, it's a pretty common procedure. They distribute the units to other fulfillment centers. They even show you the fulfillment centers where they ship those units. Here they are. So Amazon take the container of goods and then redistributed the goods to other fulfillment centers. So yeah, that's what the report proves. So you see plus 800 units on February 9. Yeah, it's the month is the 2nd. Sorry, you my American folks. So 800 units were received, and you see like the minus, it means that the inventory were shipped out of this facility, SBG3, it's in California. 800 units were shipped out like within 3 days. Okay. And that's what the Amazon sales support says, right? We checked your goods and we distributed them to 14 different fulfillment centers. So far, so good. No problems at all. However, when we start to count how many units the other fulfillment centers receive, I find out that they received 850 units, which is a lie. It's impossible. They could not simply received 850 units. You see? 851 to be in particular, but yeah. And you have all of the names, all of the fulfillment center codes in the report as they claim here in the sales center, which is fine. But I know that it wasn't an 850 units because we shipped 800. I have POD and everything. I have all of the documents. I can even call to the truck drivers who confirm me the amount, but Amazon doesn't care. So what happens then? It's pretty interesting. So again, all of the units were distributed to other fulfillment centers, and by the end of February, all of the units were distributed. However, on February 26th, that's what happened. There is another report. So on the fulfillment center SMF6, I just see some kind of receipts with the event type adjustment. And we go to the reason and actually, let me just maybe spend some time and show you what does it actually mean. Yeah, I just found the report from Amazon. So the reason N, this reason N says that inventory found an increase to your inventory level because inventory was incorrect and sign has been transferred to your account because you received the Amazon reimbursement. So basically what happened, they claim those 45 units to be found and they connect them to the previous reimbursement that they made to our account long before I made the due diligence. They can claim that they found the units that have been sold 2 years ago, which is nonsense. Bearing in mind that this is this product we're talking about, this projector screen. You see that's this rectangle. So Amazon is trying to persuade me that they found 45 that huge units in their facility and taking money back for them. I know that it's not true, and I'm trying to, within the seller support, I was trying to convince them, like showing all of the ports and everything. Nothing worked. But interestingly enough, when the shipment was closed, and what was that, in like 8 April this year, that's what I found. Look at this. It's minus 50 units adjusted from the event type receipts. And that's exactly what I see here. And if I click to my shipment, that's exactly what I see, like minus 45 and minus 5, minus 50 units. So, in other words, it means that they supposedly shipped those units on February 17th to the fulfillment centers DET2, but they didn't. They never went there. They never go there. Apparently, they were just double counted in the facility SMF6. So, and because they couldn't find any other explanation for that situation, even though I totally understand, like, logistics procedure and monitoring is crazy difficult stuff, right? I understand that. I understand that there's some mistakes. So this delivery was wrong. It never happened. And they even confirmed that it never happened after 2 months, saying like, oh, there's not 45 units in this facility. But nobody sends me my money back. Again, just imagine, right? They found 45 units in the fulfillment center called SMF6 and take $2,874 from our account. Directly from our account. Just, if you don't know how Amazon works, all of the sales that you make, most of the money, they just sit on that account. And Amazon found those 45 units and took $2,800. And it's and I simply have no option to recover that expense. I just don't know what to do. So in other sense, from the business perspective, what happened, we paid double the cost for those 45 units, more than double, because this is the payout, this is the reversal reimbursement equivalent to amount that we received before, and this is the equivalent of the sales price minus all of the FBA fee. Put it simply, we tripled the COGS for the 45 units, so they all gone. Yeah, it's a just irretrievable loss. And me, I'm just a seller. I'm just a seller on Amazon, and I'm complying with all of the rules. I know all of the rules, but I just see it seems to be quite unfair, to say the least, because again, I can show you the case ID within this. Here's the case ID. Here's the case ID that I opened, and yeah. They just claim me that, yeah, we found those units. And they even show me the pictures of the units that they found. So they trying to persuade me that this new unit is essentially a found unit. Yeah, this is the found unit from the sales of a 2023. And I need to believe that. It's completely brand new unit. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole problem. If you ever face this kind of issue with the reversal reimbursements, please explain your situation. I'm really, really keen on knowing how you guys solving this. How can you persuade Amazon that they're wrong? Yeah. In the meantime, I'm building a platform for e-commerce sellers. It's called Propamp.ai. It stands for Proper Amazon Metric Processor. You see that graphs and all of that sexy outline of the Amazon store. This is what we do. The name of the platform in the description. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye.